Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingwithME.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram. And you know when I get out the non-stick mat that we're going to have some fun. I'm going to make an art journaling layout. If you hear what sounds like a little fan, that is over to my left. It's my laptop because I'm uploading another video I just finished. So that's what that sound is. And I'm going to turn my phone to silent so that won't bother us. I have got some paper. This came from the Craft Consortium Wood Textures. We have this in the shop now. We might have sold out of it by now, but I thought yesterday when I was there that we had a couple of those left. But this is the wood textures. This one has that patina look to it, and I think I'm going to use that as my background. So I'm going to cut this down. This is just a standard Traveler's notebook. I'll get it out in a minute. Standard size Traveler's notebook that we've been working in. I don't work in this daily, just whenever I get a feeling that I need to do something, I make an entry into this. So this is what we have made in here so far, and I want to do one other one, so we're going to use that as our backdrop. I've got these papers that we had gotten from one of our overseas supplier, and I think we're sold out of these already, and we got quite a few of these. But this was the vintage ad print, so it's got all kinds of cute little ad papers in it. So I thought I would tear a few of those and using them. This is one of the free digitals I have available over on my Buy Me a Coffee website, and I thank you all for supporting me in that Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much. I have one of the Silicone Spreaders, so we have these in the shop, pack of 2. I have the Scrapbooking with Me website linked in my description box below always, so feel free to go down there and visit our website and shop till your heart is content. This is some collage paper. We try to keep this in stock in the shop, but y'all buy it out so quickly. Sometimes we sell out. This one is called Document. It's by Tim Holtz. All that we have ever gotten, I think, is Tim Holtz. We have some aviary that's got, you know, birds and flying things on it. And then we've ordered some Christmas. So that should be here in the next little bit. So I really love this collage paper. It's like printed tissue paper. That's the texture of this. It's like printed tissue paper. So we have that in the shop. We had been sent this. It's Glamour Paste. This is by Stamperia. And we had gotten this by mistake. They just sent it to us and we didn't order it. But I told Mom, I said, out of the 4 that they sent us, I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to see what I can do with it. So it is just lovely, shimmery, little pasty goodness. And so, since I do the mixed media around here, Mom doesn't do much mixed media, but since I do, I decided to take one of those with me and try it out. So we're going to use that on here. I've got my white gesso. I've got my clear gesso. So we'll just play around with this and see what we create. And I'm not going to do voiceover just because I'm so gravelly. Who knows how that would turn out. So we're just going to go along here and work, and if you hear some silence, it's just me concentrating, and I will be right back to talking. My pages, I think I want to make them 4 by 8. I think that's what I'm wanting to do here. I'm going to have that much there, and yes, I want to cut this down to 4 inches by 8 inches. It's going to move this back. And I want 8-inch height. Let's see. There we go. I got it on top of something, so maybe, okay, yep, it cut, good. Alright, so 4 by 8 in this standard Traveler's notebook. So if you have a standard size Traveler's notebook, gracious, I can't talk. And you're wanting to art journal in it, and you want to put some pages into it before you begin, that is the recommended size, I would say, that you need to trim those at. So I am rounding my corners on this paper, and I'm going to do my decorating on this paper before I put it actually into the Traveler's notebook itself. But I'm just going to check here to make sure of my sizing, and that is beautiful. I think I love the way that looks. So I'm good with that. I'm going to put that to the side and get my Vintage Photo Oxide ink. And I'm going to ink the edges of this pretty heavily. But then, of course, we're going to be covering up some of it too. And I'm going to do a lot of collaging on this. Doing some really pretty, I hope pretty, art journaling in the little empty places, but a lot of collaging. I want to make it a very artful piece, and then just fill in with some journaling. I found that if I leave too much space, that I tend to try to fill it all in with words, and sometimes I just have a few little things I want to say and not a whole page worth, and today I feel that way, so I don't want to not fill it up. I want to fill and not leave too much empty space. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so there is the sides inked. I think I'm going to cut out these 2 pieces here. I like the coloring on them for this layout, and then maybe one more piece off of this digital freebie from Miss Betty Ann Renfro that I have on my Buy Me a Coffee website, like this one. So I'm going to get these 3 pieces out. I went ahead and inked my edges of those, and then I think I need to add some white space to these pieces. So I'm going to get my white gesso out. This was some gesso that was given in one of the kits. I can't remember if it was E-Club or AJ. I think E-Club. But we have the Crafters Workshop white gesso and clear gesso. We used to carry the Liquitex, and they have stopped for whatever reason. So we don't have Liquitex anymore. If they ever start making it again, we will get it. But I love the Crafters Workshop just as much. So if you are wanting or needing some gesso, we have that in stock, and we keep it in stock. So even if you see one day where you're shopping and it's out of stock, we will get it back as soon as our supplier sends it. We try our best to stay ahead of that, and that's part of my job at the shop, is to keep the inventory up to date and everything in stock. So if there's ever I hate to even say this, but if there's ever any wondering about why this is not in stock or where that is and why we let so-and-so get out of stock, it's all my fault. And like I said, I hate saying that because now I'm going to get, I'll get all of the emails instead of Mom. Because it is me. I'm the one that sets that up and does that. So, alright, I've got some book page. I'm not going to ink the edges. I'm just going to put that down right in that gesso that I put down there. And I think I will ink just barely the edge of that one. And then I'm going to put some more gesso on this one here. And then put that there. And let's clean off a little bit there and there. And kind of cover and collage as we go. And stick around because it might look like a hot mess now, but I promise you it'll come out pretty. Well, pretty in my eyes, I don't know. In others it might not be, but it is in mine. I think I want to put, before I cover any more with the white gesso, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to get this paste out and have some fun getting a little gold mess here and there. Oh, that's silky smooth. We are sold out of this. I just went ahead and shared it to the website just to see if anybody wanted it, and the other 3 jars sold out rather quickly, so I was a little surprised by that. So if anybody wants some Stamperia gold paste, let me know and I will add some more to the website. Ooh, I like that. Very pretty. Now it is messy, but it's very pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to get this put back on there. I think I'm done with that. And let's add our little tickets here and there. I like that. And then maybe this one this way. Yes. And I'm going to put that on with this clear gesso. And this is, like I said, from the Crafter's Workshop. I'm going to put a little on the back, a little here. Add that on. And then I'll seal it up with a little more after I get these pieces on there. And I guess I should have put on some gloves because I'm getting it everywhere, all over myself. That's okay. Now, I have not worked with clear gesso a lot, so I'm very anxious to see how this turns out. But now, Having said that, Collage Paste and clear gesso are pretty much the same thing, and I use Collage Paste all the time. So, well, I like the color that I'm getting off of that, and that is just that ink coming off of that digital piece. I like how that looks. Yay. Pretty. I'm going to spread that around a little more and then take off my excess and just see how that looks, and then do some over here on this piece. Add that ticket on and then spread a little more. And I think I might come back with the clear gesso in a bit and seal up everything else. I think I want to add a little bit of collage paper. So when you think collage paper, just think tissue paper, because that's essentially what it is. I shouldn't have even closed this up because I need to add this on here. I have seen YouTubers put on their napkins and tissue paper with clear gesso, so I know that is going to work, and I will take off the little bits and pieces that are left, and I think I'll do this piece here. Yep, I like that. And maybe this piece, not too torn, there on the edge. Okay. And then just seal that on with some clear gesso. And some of this Tim Holtz fabric tape. Now, getting the backing off of it can prove to be a little bit of a chore. And now I think I want to add a little of this collage paper on the edge here, maybe a little further up. Yep, I like that. And then maybe this edge here, so I need to tear out this way and then down this way. Yeah, I like it there at the top. So let's ink that and add on. With some clear gesso. And then kind of seal that on there with that clear gesso. You saw I did a little bit of drying, and I just wanted to dry some of that so that I could see what else needed to be covered. And then I have a pack of Tim Holtz die cuts that I want to add a few little focal points onto the page, and then let it dry completely, and we'll be able to do our journaling. Okay, yep, I'm going to add that there, so I'm just going to go all the way down that one side, place it on, and then seal that on. And I'm good if it has some wrinkles in it. I know some don't like that at all, and that's okay. Whatever your preference, go for it. I'm just rubbing off that excess clear gesso onto spots I think might need it, and then wiping off my brush and getting off the excess here. And then I'll wipe it down to get all the rest of that excess off of there. I'm going to pick out focal points from my die cut pack I have over here. I think that's all of the white I want to use. I thought I might want to go back and use some more, but I think I'm good. This is the thrift shop pack of die cuts from Tim Holtz Ideology, and we have quite a few of these. They were ordered, like an abundance of them were ordered in error, so we have quite a few of these. So if you are interested in the Tim Holtz thrift shop, or if you like any of the Tim Holtz Ideology stuff, feel free to go over and grab some of these. They have some of the best little die cuts and focal points in here. I just love this pack, but we ordered way too many. And I will say I ordered way too many. So we have them listed in the shop. Go grab some of them so they'll stop laughing at me. I really like that blackbird. That is pretty. I like that. And then this little bird, this one's pretty too. I think those are too big though for what I'm wanting to accomplish. I just want to cover up just a few little bits and pieces on the pages. I like that one. Of course, I'm always going to go to moths and butterflies, huh? Ooh, I like that too. Yep, I like that on that page. Alright, I think I will go ahead and just ink all of my little pieces I've picked out. And I'm just going to use some, if it will stick, I will just use some liquid glue on these spots. If I see they are coming up, I will come back and seal them off with some white gesso. But I'm hoping they'll just stick on down for me. I'll get another wipey. So I'm almost ready to put these into my book. So they'll go in like so. But I want to do some splattering first, and then we've got to let all that dry, and then we can add it into the book. So I've got my picket fence. We have this in stock, and my tarnish brass. That's the two colors I'm going to use today. I'm going to shake it really good, and then I think I'm going to add the tarnish brass first. And I'm just dotting color on. Just playing, essentially. And just getting some color added along the way. Some splattery goodness. There we go. And then mop up what didn't make it to the page, so maybe I don't get too full of color. Alright, there's that, and then I'm going to add some big dollops of white. And that's really going to give me that extra space to kind of write to, because I did cover up quite a bit. So, and I'm adding the splatters of paint onto this while it's still wet too, so it's not gonna just sit on top. It will blend in some. And if there's any splatters that you see that are entirely too big, or that you think are not going to blend in at all, you can always kind of blot them with a paper towel and take care of that. So let's look here. I see some of my tarnish brass and my white is kind of blending together, and I like that. I like how that looks. I love this moth, the hangover it's got. You'll be able to see that hanging out of the side of the book when you close it. I'm going to add a few little white specks to that moth. It just didn't get enough there, and a few white specks to my butterfly on the other side and my little blackbird on that side. Okay, and then I'm going to get my heat tool, and I'm going to help the drying process a little bit so that I can get this finished up for you, and you can see how I journal on these and finish them off. So our pages are dry now, and I have added some score tape to the back, and I'm also going to add, where I don't have score tape, I'm going to add some liquid glue. But let's get that backing off of this score tape. So let's add our liquid glue in these spaces here. So here's some more liquid that we're adding to this page, but it is needed. And this dries pretty quickly too, so I think we'll be all right. All right, and then I'm just going to try and center this up before that score tape starts adhering to everything. Oh, we already got a little stubborn spot on it. Wanting to adhere before I get it put down good. Alright, that is totally not straight, but I'm okay with how that looks. I want it to be very grungy, and I guess a little bit of crookedness is going to be part of my grunge. So, see how easygoing I am about that stuff? Not a big deal. Mama's motto, not going to worry about it. But I will try to get this one a little more straight. Right. Get that one put down. And see, we're a whole lot closer to a flat surface once we adhere that down. I need a little bit more in that little area there. And then I'm going to add a little strip of lace over here on this one side that I got all womper jawed. But I also want it to hang off the page a little bit, so when you close it you can see just a little hint of that lace there. So I'm going to add that full page and hang it off just a touch, and then maybe another little piece of a different one on the other side. Now, these were little trims sent to us in Happy Mail, and I cannot remember from who. So if you remember this little clustering of lace trims that you sent us, thank you so much. And I think I'll put a piece like so on this side. As most of you know that watch my channel, I'm not the biggest, I almost said hugest, biggest lover of lace, but I do like an accent of it every once in a while. And I'm going to put this on with some Fabrifix. And I think I will hang this one off up top here. Just go along the edge all the way down, and then I will lay this down, spread it out with my silicone spreader. Okay, this one I'm going to pull in just a little bit. I don't have to have it hanging off as much as the other one. There we go. I like that. Just barely hanging off of that one edge. And then this side is going to get Fabrifix, gracious, all the way up that one side. Okay. And then get that about as straight as possible and let it hang pretty much off the entire page there. And I'm not going to use my page that I just put in there as the guide, remember, because it's crooked. But I am going to try to get that as straight as I possibly can. Oh, I like that. Look how that shows out the edge of the book there. I love that. Okay, it needs to go out a little more on this top side. Then I think we're good to lay it all down. Yep, I like that. I have not added lace to any of these pages yet. So that's just like an intro page there. That was a page that I shared on Instagram from back in July. And then this was in August. I have a video on this one. I also have an art journaling playlist. Now there's some thread that I added to that one. And then this one, I don't think I dated, but I think that was in September maybe. I think both of these were in September probably. This one and this one. This one was part of, I'm thinking, a master board. Yes, this was part of a master board that I put together and then just took apart. And then this one, oh, nope, so all of these are August. I did really good in August, y'all. August for all of these, because this one's August. And I go in order, so that's August. And then look how that lace is peeking out on that side. So cute. Alright, I'm going to use my medium point black barrel Sharpie pen. And I'm going to go around the edges and do some defined lines on the blue part. So if there's a part that's on top of the blue, I won't go over that. So this piece here, I didn't go over that. I'm just doing defined line just on my blue base piece. And then I'll go around this one also. I won't go under or beside that lace. I'll just let that be the part of the border over there. And I love a more wonky line, so I'm good with it doing all kinds of little zigzaggy things. Go there, and then I'll just go ahead and finish out there because that paper didn't go all the way to the top of that. So I like that, but I'm going to go over it one more time and do just a little more random wonkiness to that line, just to grab attention and get a little bit more. Now I did go over that tape on that side, but I'm good with that. Grab attention and add just a little more character to the page. And add to the grunginess. I like that. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to do some journaling on these pages, and then I will give you some still shots at the end so you can see up close and personal after I get all of my journaling done. And I thank you for sticking around and watching my art journaling process. And I know those of you that really do love art journaling and junk journaling enjoy these videos, so I appreciate you very much. Thanks for being a part of this channel and for your support. I will see you in the next video. Watch for my still shots at the end. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye, y'all.